And welcome back again to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a good one lined up for you. We got a Hashgraph Hedera. We have a Hedera Finance token. So you know how the XRP Ledger, you got that. You got Flare. Flare Finance. Well, this is Bonzo Finance for the Hedera network. We're going to be going over this one today. It's a utility token. Now, there's a little bit of confusion about the price on this. Let's look at, hold on. Let me show you. This has got like 3 zeros in front of it on CoinGecko. Let me show you right here. Stuart Lavelle. So here's your Bonzo Finance right there. Now, it has an Ethereum virtual machine. Let me type this here. Now, it's on Deck Screener according to the Hedera token, the Ethereum virtual machine ID. Actually, I put in the, yeah, you got to put in, here is, okay. Now, if you go to the Hashpack wallet, you're going to see this coin at like 2 cents. Let me take a look. If I go to swap HBAR for Bonzo, it pops up 3 Bonzos. The one we want has 9134 at the end. And what's weird is it's showing 0.12 cents. I mean, this it's just very bizarre. It's showing 0.12, like it's already 12 cents on Hashgraph wallet. So that is very kind of strange. Let me check something. Yep, we do that. It's showing 12 cents. That's what's strange. So I'm on Hashpack wallet.hashpack.app. Let's do a copy and a paste. So something is very strange with this right now. I'm showing you. I showed you the CoinGecko. It's showing it with 3 zeros and a 1. So that is weird. Then if you go to Deck Screener, you're seeing another price of 0.02. And then if you go to the hash pack itself, I'm looking at something that's 12 cents, 0.12. So I don't know what the hell's going on. It looks like to me, if you go to hash pack, they're going to charge you 12 cents. But you also got Deck Screener and CoinGecko showing different prices. So good luck with that one. I don't know what's up. My job is just that we're going to go over what is Bonzo. And let's start a deep dive on this. I think it's very interesting because now we have a Flare Finance, all this DeFi stuff. If you've noticed now, all this DeFi stuff's popping up everywhere. All of a sudden, like right now, it's very, very interesting. Now we have Bonzo Finance, and that's on Hedera. You have Flare, and that's on the XRP ledger. So this is like a cousin of that. Let's read a little bit about this. Bonzo Finance is an open source, non-custodial, decentralized lending and borrowing protocol built on the Hedera network, positioning itself as the liquidity layer of Hedera. It's based on Aave. It's based on Aave version 2, like a fork. It's adapted to Hedera's Ethereum virtual machine equivalent environment and the native Hedera token service. The protocol enables over-collateralized lending and borrowing through single asset liquidity pools with calculated loan-to-value LTV ratios. It supports HBAR X. In case you want to buy that one, USDC, SOS, XSOS, Karate, HST, Dovu, PAC, Steam, Bonzo, Grelf, GRELF, KBL, and Wrapped Ethereum. And it does Wrapped Ethereum via Stargate Layer 0. It features advanced DeFi functionalities such as flash loans for arbitrage and multi-step strategies, automated yield optimization via Bonzo Vaults. Bonzo Vaults were just launched December of 2025, and it's based on Beefy Finance, which is a single-sided staking and verifiable points program on the Hedera consensus service. Now, this crypto came out October 24th, 2028, and it achieved over $2 million in total value locked within 24 hours. Now, this is massive right here. I mean, that's a lot of value already. Like within 24 hours, it's already got like $2 million in TVL. Then it went to $5 million 2 weeks later, total value locked. Then in February 2025, it now has $35 million locked in February 2025, not 6. Then $50 million total value locked in 2025, August. Now, as of early 2026, like right now, it ranks at the top DeFi products on Hedera. And it emphasizes, it's got like, let me look on Bonzo Finance. Total value locked, $8 million. Okay, that's pretty good. Because I don't even know if Bank Social has that much. So this thing is doing a great job. Let's see. This Bonzo emphasizes security with audits by Halborn. Halborn is protocol contracts, incentives, and staking. It has a bug bounty program. The wallet of Bonzo is integrated into Hashpack, Kabila, and MetaMask Snaps. You might be able to, I don't know if you can buy this on MetaMask. I doubt it. The Bonzo token, its last four numbers are 9134. So if you go to your Hashpack wallet, you'll see like three of these cryptos. It's the one that's 9134 at the end. It has a circulating supply of $136 million. Now here it's showing the price on Grok as 2 cents. So oh, I'm sorry. No, it's showing 0.00, like 3 zeros and a 2 cents, like February 2026. I don't know why on the hash pack it's showing like 12 cents, 0.12. That is 12 cents, right? If something is 0.12. Iron Chic XDC says Hulk rocking the mason jar with the handle. So what this is, it's pigs and anchor. Pig and anchor. You can see that right chair. Oh, there we go. And here's the story behind this. 2024, I go on a cruise. It was July. I think it was July or whatever. I was on a Carnival cruise, which I'll never go on again. And the Pig and Anchor was like the best fucking restaurant. You had to pay to go into the restaurant, but it was actually cheap prices, but still it wasn't all inclusive. So you had to pay like $5 or $7 a person for like a rack of ribs. Normally that's $30 anywhere. So it was discounted. And then you got a free glass if you got the alcohol. Well, back in 2024, they were still all big on security and shit. I put this through the metal detector. I put it in my, I think, carry-on bag, my backpack. I think my personal backpack, and just loaded it with socks and shit and put stuff. And they never, this is not allowed to be on an airplane 2 years ago. Like glass like this? Fuck no. Somehow it got through the customs and shit. Just letting you know. Because I had to fly from like Long Beach back up to Sacramento, and Long Beach customs or whatever, let that go right through. So I was like, whew, I could bust that thing and take, do some damage if I was a cray-cray. So let's get back to here. Use case of Bonzo. Bonzo Finance addresses a key gap in Hedera's DeFi ecosystem. Bonzo provides scalable, secure credit markets. It has lending and borrowing. Supports atomic composability. It has yield optimization and liquidity management. Bonzo vaults automate institutional grade strategies. I'll bet you it's Fireblocks or something they're using. They have DEX vaults, decentralized exchange vaults, dual asset vaults, staking and governance, points and rewards. Now they have NFTs. They have a desert NFT, an ocean, and a space. Then they have some called Singularity, Cybernetic. They provide utility like points, and there's multipliers. Broader ecosystem utility. It facilitates DeFi growth on Hedera by enabling perpetuals, futures, derivatives, and cross-chain liquidity. Supports HBAR, HTS tokens, and stablecoins like USDC for real-world asset tokenization potential. Bonzo is a utility token for staking, collateral and lending and borrowing, and governance. No detailed supply schedule but beyond circulating figures. Now, who made Bonzo? He was a previous marketing manager at PMM and Cloudflare and Hedera. So he worked, this guy, Brady Gentile, is the co-founder and CEO of Bonzo. So he used to work at Cloudflare and Hedera. He's got experience in decentralizing the web, marketing, and ecosystems. He's self-taught. He leads the overall strategy, positioning as liquidity layer, partnerships with Chainlink, LWorks, spoke at HederaCon on DeFi advancement. So Garang, the next guy is the other co-founder, Garang, Gaurang, last name Torvekar, Torvekar. He has 10 years in Web3 DeFi. He's the author of ERC 5606 token standard, co-founder of startups. He developed Bastion SDK for smart contracts. So SDK would be, it's like Ripple mixed up in there. The Cosmos SDK. He oversees the Aave version 2 to Hedera EVM and Oracle integrations and protocol security. Then there's some other people working for the project. Includes Hashgraph, DeFi allowance, cross-chain efforts. You got Dovu, Karate, Combat, Earthlings. Launch and growth. Mainnet launch, it says rapid TVL, total value, growth to $50 million by August 2025. I wonder if they're talking about the total Hedera network. I'm pretty sure they're talking about just about Bonzo here. $50 million TVL. That's pretty fucking good. Chainlink's involved. Red flags. Okay, social media, government. Oh, we got XDC involved in this one. Garang Torkavar, that guy we talked about earlier, Garang, he mentors in what's called Builders Oasis Accelerator. You have RAK DAO involved in this and the XDC network. Oh, man. You got Ripple. Ripple's already a partner of HBAR. And then you got Ripple, HBAR, and XDC. We know that Algorand's a partner of Ripple as well. Chainlink's a Ripple partner. This is pretty good. Circle's mixed up in this. Fuck, dude. XDC. Yeah, XRP, XDC, and XLM, HBAR, Link, and all these. This is pretty good. Let me just, you got Pyth oracles mixed up in this. Supra oracles are mixed up in this. Dovu, Hashgraph, DeFi Alliance. They're mixed up in this project. That's pretty good. Layer 0 and Stargate are mixed up in this project. Let me click out of here. I think there's 3 NFT projects. You got Desert Bonzo, and it's 0.0.6178137. You have Ocean Bonzo, 0.6178141. And then you have the Singularity Bonzo, which is 0.0.6173820, in case you're interested. And total made, those have limited edition. The Desert Bonzo, There's only 1,300 of those made. The Ocean Bonzo, there's only 798 of those made. And the Singularity Bonzo, there's only 389 of those made. It said total tokens made, max supply. So I don't know how much they cost. I'm sure they're probably not cheap. But if you want to look into those NFTs, I mean, shit, the one is only like 400 of them, under 400, 800, and 1,300 of them. That's pretty fucking amazing. But they're probably like, I don't know, $5,000 a piece or something. Who knows? I have no idea how much those NFTs are. But if you're into NFTs, then I would get them because this is all Hedera. It's all legitimate. And there's almost like you can probably buy them all yourself. Who knows? I don't know how much they cost. Somebody let us know. Okay, let me check through. Just buy a shitload of XDC, says 46 JDMA. He is not effing around. Let's take a look here. Oh, the CoinGecko price. Daniel says the CoinGecko price is coming from a source that doesn't have liquidity, and that's why it's showing up as 0.000. Okay. Bonzo on my Hashpack app is showing up as 0.02 cents. Okay. Let us go. So that is that one. That was kind of weird. I don't know why on the Hashpack wallet it's showing all these different, like the different prices all over. Then you got, so I'd assume then that the deck screener has got it at 0.02. So at least that one's right. And somebody just bought it, $2.60 worth. Somebody's got the $104.69. Oh, that's like a bot purchase or something. 1 hour ago. The last sell on this was an hour and 45 minutes ago. And yeah, I mean, you're getting in early. So this is something where if you want to put in, a few $100 and it's like getting a Flare Finance. So congratulations on, somebody's going to dump it eventually, but it's just, if you like this crypto, it's all I'm doing. We're not doing any pump dump here unless it does it. If it does it, great. That's not my intention. Somebody shared with me this Bonzo and I'm like, oh, so it's like Flare Finance. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, but it's on Hedera. I'm like, cool. That sounds good. And then I did a little deep dive on it and it has some very good connections. So you're getting in early. And there you go. There you have it. Let's do a deep dive here on an article. It has to deal with Stripe. This one is interesting. It's got Stellar. So if you like Stellar, right here, Stripe. Now, we heard that Coinbase made this X402. That's what I saw in the news. Long time ago, Coinbase made X402. Not correct. I didn't know that. The article I was reading 6 months ago was like, Coinbase has this new X402. No. It's Stripe that had Coinbase help them. Let's read this article. It's fascinating. Then we're going to get into HTTP 402. And we're going to take it all the way back to 2014, Crypto Hulk deep dive. And we're going to look at what is going on. Stellar, I've got Stellar. I've got, under 10 grand, under 10,000 Stellars, not a whole lot. Some of you guys got a ton of it. It's at a cheap price. Stripe X402. This is a payment protocol. Now, it's similar sounding. It's very similar to the HTTP 402 we're going to get into. There's something going on, okay? And that's what things like attract me. Like, especially midget wrestling. What gets my attention is when we already know about HTTP 402, the Interledger protocol that Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz gave the world through working at Ripple. We're going to get to that in a minute. This sounds similar to it. That's what kind of grabbed my attention. Like, what is this 402? That's that thing that Coinbase made? No, Stripe made it, but Coinbase assisted. Let's look what we got here. This is a payment protocol. That's the same thing that HTTP 402 is. On the internet, this is a payment protocol, and it revolutionizes. Here we go. This is the first right here. This is massive right here. Stellar. If you got Stellar, congratulations. Stripe X402 payment protocol revolutionizes AI agent transactions on Base blockchain. Let's continue with the story. Here we go. In a groundbreaking development for both AI and crypto sectors. Here we go. Groundbreaking right here. You heard it on Crypto Hulk channel first. Payment infrastructure giant Stripe that owns 1 out of 25 Stellars, just saying, officially launched its not Coinbase's, its Stripe launched its X402 payment protocol on Base. Oh, so Stripe made this. Now listen to the mystery. What did Stripe do? Let's back it up to right about here. Back it up. Copy and paste. Let's take a little history lesson. Mike Award, why are we so fucking early? Better than being late. I know I was talking to a $500 person. They got a membership for 3 months. I was talking to him this morning, and he was kind of just saying, it's like, we're early. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's such a good feeling. I'm like, it is. Everybody like doesn't know what's going on around the world. Half these motherfuckers are selling off. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Don't leave the party. It hasn't even started yet. Oh, this party's over. Nobody's showing up. Blah, 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 blah. So we were laughing and stuff. And he's like, damn, Crypto, this shit is too easy. You're like showing us in advance with evidence how all the chess pieces go together, the puzzle, how all the jigsaw puzzle pieces go together. You're showing us. He's like, I'm not even stressed anymore. I just call you up on the phone. You answer my fucking questions. I'm like, yes. And he's like, we already know in advance a lot. Like, we don't know everything, obviously. I don't know everything, obviously. I know I act like it. My attitude is very egotistical. But we are in advance. I'm showing you how right now. This part of the program is showing you how the payments platform of the internet for cryptocurrency is already put in place since 2014. So here we are 12 years later. Now, the internet came out in 1997 for us. Then 17 years later, Ripple shows up and plugs in. Imagine a USB port. Ripple plugs in the world's internet, something called HTTP 402. What happened, now understand this history lesson, class. In 1997, we had the internet. It had the capability of running crypto payments everywhere, but we didn't have the technology yet. It wasn't until 17 years later they left, let's say, a port. Like, you know, your computer has a port on the side of it, right? I'm just using an example. You know how your computer has like a port? When they made the internet, let's say my computer, I have an Apple desktop, so it's an all-in-one, like, you know, so actually it's a monitor. I'm looking at a monitor, but let's just say I had an all-in-one. You could literally, what Ripple did, David Schwartz, nobody ever talks about that. I find that interesting. I'm the only one that talks about David Schwartz, Rebecca Schwartz. They both worked at Ripple. Nobody ever talks about that. And David never talks about his brother. That was weird. So, and if he's not his brother, then how do we have 3 fucking Schwartzes in 2014 when Ripple started? What are the odds? What are the odds that in a small little startup company, you got 3 people with the same last name, and they're all like crypto people? Like, come on now. Anyhow, they started the internet for us in 1997, and they left a USB port open because they knew that in the future, this is so cool, they knew in the future we would learn how to take cryptographic and make tokens and shit like that. They knew it, but they didn't know how to do it back then. 1997. 2014 shows up, Ripple with Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas. Stefan Thomas taught Vitalik Buterin the code of Ripple and all that shit. That's where Ethereum came about. But that's a little side note there for history buffs. Maybe David Schwartz is all 3 Schwartzes. Oh, no. I saw the picture of Rebecca Schwartz. I've seen the picture of Evan. I had the Ripple yearbook. Nobody else has except me. And years ago, I showed the Ripple yearbook and showed everybody in it. So what Ripple did is they came in and plugged in Interledger protocol. They had the USB port in 2014. Again, it's an example. And they plugged it in the World Wide Web. Now it made, and then they tested it. American Express was there. They tested it. And it worked. They did a couple transactions, sending Bitcoin and shit. So it officially worked. The Interledger protocol allowed global crypto payments on the World Wide Web, and they put that project to rest. And that's 2014. Here we are 12 years later. Now, Jed McCaleb was around back then at Ripple. So Jed was involved. My belief is Jed McCaleb was involved in this project. The dude's fucking sharp. He knows everything. So Jed had a falling out with Ripple. He left to make Stellar. And this is where the story comes in. Stripe. Now we're taking it back to 2014. What happened back then? Stripe considered working with Jed McCaleb. So back in the old days, Jed McCaleb left Ripple. They had a fight, a falling out. Then Jed started up Stellar. Now Stripe back then attempted to buy Ripple Labs. Okay. Stripe considered working with Jed McCaleb when Stripe attempted to buy Ripple Labs. After that deal didn't work and McCaleb left Ripple, Stripe gave, Stellar, I think Stellar was what Jed wanted to make. And the powers that be, this is just my opinion, the powers that be wanted something else. Maybe for just the banks. I think Jed wanted something for the common man, and the government or the Roth family, which I can't talk about, they had other ideas for what Jed invented, which we call XRP. I think Jed wanted it to be a Stellar, but they took it to use for the banks. So Jed made his own version of XRP, but for common people like you and me. I'm just totally guessing. I have no idea. But Stripe came up and wanted to buy XRP because they knew Jed McCaleb. Jed tried to pull it off, and the powers that be said no, so Jed quit, and he went to make what we call Stellar, and here's your evidence of that. Now, Stripe gave $3 million to the Stellar Foundation, and what happened? They gave Stripe 2 billion lumens. Right now, how many lumens are there? 50. So 2 billion of them belong to Stripe. That's 1 out of 25. 1 out of 25 Stellars are owned by Stripe. That's where this all fits in. Now we go back to the Stripe X402 for payment. Now this is interesting because in the internet, like I told you, we'll look at the Wikipedia after this. Let me read this article now, and we'll go into Wikipedia later, and I'll show you some more cool shit about this. So Stellar is going to be, something else. In a groundbreaking development for both artificial intelligence and the cryptocurrency sectors, payment infrastructure giant Stripe has officially launched its X402. That reminds me just of the HTTP 402. Sounds almost the same thing. Stripe launched, and this says it's groundbreaking development for AI and crypto sectors. I wonder if they're going to integrate this into the HTTP 402. Oh, man. Then that would be something else. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'm not a coder. I don't have technical knowledge. I'm just guessing. It's okay if I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck. We're having fun. We're talking conspiracy here. What ifs? But this is a groundbreaking development for AI and crypto. The innovative system fundamentally transforms how AI agents interact with financial systems by enabling the agents to autonomously conduct payments, process transactions, and issue assets using USDC stablecoins. The announcement was made from San Francisco. All the stuff coming out of San Francisco, that's interesting, huh? Represents a significant milestone in the converging, everybody, of DeFi and autonomous artificial intelligence systems. They just Stripe, Jed McCaleb, I'm sure he's got his little hands all over this one secretly. That was the original intent with Stripe and Jed McCaleb. So they're buddy. You know they called up Jed all the fucking time. Hey, Jed, what do we do with this? Hey, Jed, what do we do with that? You already know they do that. It's converging DeFi, which is Web3. They're putting AI into Web3. They did this. Stripe did this. Stripe, a.k.a. Jed McCaleb, a.k.a. Stellar. Congratulations. Nobody's done this. He just now hooked up DeFi with AI. This is amazing right here. The Stripe X402 payment protocol introduces a specialized framework designed specifically for artificial intelligent agents operating within blockchain environments. This enables direct charging of AI agents in USDC, providing a standardized payment infrastructure for machine-to-machine transactions. Oh my God. That's what that seal coin is. Machine-to-machine. When the seal coin finally fucking comes out, it's going to be machine-to-machine payments. That's what this is right here. Oh, I wonder if they're working with Hedera. What are the odds? You know what the odds are? Real good. Because you want to know why? It's all the same fucking government, just different teams. These are all different government teams. That's all this shit is. It's all the fucking government. And the 5 richest families in the world pulling this shit off to make us all slaves. Near instant settlement time on Base's Layer 2 network. The X402 protocol eliminates bottlenecks by creating a native financial layer specifically designed for autonomous systems. Oh my God, they got AI. They got robots doing this shit. Like, you literally got robots in the blockchain making sure stuff happens. This is like way above my pay grade. If I think about it too much, I'm going to hurt my brain. But this is very cool. So I know a little bit of kind of what they're talking about. And it's fascinating to me. I usually am not interested in crypto shit, but this is kind of starting to get, this is interesting because we're getting close. I can't wait to get that fucking cherry pop. The integration leverages Base's existing developer ecosystem and security framework. It operates in 2 seconds. It costs 0.01 cent on the average for a transaction. So 1 cent. Throughput is 2,000 transactions per second. Ethereum layer 1 inheritance. Ethereum virtual machine compatibility. AI, here's what they did. They made artificial intelligent agents. Artificial intelligent agents can now interact with DeFi protocols, NFT marketplaces, and other blockchain applications autonomously by themselves. Holy shit. The computers are taking over, I'm telling you. There won't be any need for Crypto Hulk. I'll just be sitting around here as an old man, and all the AIs will take over, and they'll have no more need for me. Let's see here. Financial technology experts emphasize the strategic importance of Stripe's move into AI blockchain payments. Oh, God. A researcher from Stanford right here, Elena Rodriguez, a researcher at Stanford. All this shit's coming out of Stanford. I'm telling you, they got government offices in there. The teachers, the professors, they're CIA. They're pretending to be a professor. They're really CIA. Just thought I'd put that out there. And those little bastards at MIT with Gary Gensler, they're all government agent. These professors and all that crypto shit, they're really like government people in disguise, all kinds of government-y kind of stuff. Stripe initially removed cryptocurrency payments in 2018. Now that's interesting. Then they cited volatility concerns. The company Stripe gradually re-entered the crypto space through strategic partnerships. Now they're back with X4. See, from a company in 2018 that backed out of crypto, boy, they sure came back and are going to control this whole fucking scene or set the standard. Everybody's going to want to use this X402. This is fucking amazing right here. The announcement signals growing institutional, are you hearing this? Institutional acceptance of blockchain infrastructure for what? Mainstream financial applications. This might be the one that connects all these motherfuckers in payments. At least for, I don't know if it's institutions, but this X402, oh, they're going to integrate that in the XRP ledger or something. This is massive right here. The agents are doing this. Autonomous AI research assistants can now purchase data sets, computational resources, or specialized services directly. The robots are going to be doing all this shit in DeFi and interacting with different blockchains and stuff. This is where it's going, man. Okay. Anthropic. AI development platform Anthropic indicated it will implement X402 into its Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E, Claude AI systems. It's already going in. Decentralized Cloud Network, ACASH, A-K-A-S-H, they're going to use X402. They're compatibility testing it right now. They're implementing these. This X402 is starting to get implemented into all, it's AI that's going to get into every single fucking blockchain you watch. This thing is a giant and it's going to take over. It's going to facilitate all these DeFi shit going on. Very interesting. Okay, now last. Let me check how much time we got. 15. Okay, lots of time. Let me read some questions first or any comments. There's Yakima. This is the greatest show in history. You're watching it. I'm showing you history. I'm laying out history to you. And these little bastards at YouTube are so fucking butthurt. Okay, here's your Wikipedia page. Let's look this over right here. Here's the evidence in 2014. Let's take a little... I like history. Sometimes history is important to know because I want you to know where this came from and where are we going. I don't care about the fucking price. That shit's all a distraction. Interledger Foundation. Okay, here we go. History lesson. Interledger Foundation was formed in 2019, but it started back in 2014, okay? What is the mission of Ripple's Interledger Foundation? Its mission is to foster global digital financial inclusion, to get everybody involved. It developed the Interledger Protocol, which is a payment interchange standard. The new standard. The Interledger Protocol is a brand new payment standard called HTTP 402. It was plugged into the internet and it's been sitting there waiting. That protocol, the Interledger Protocol, has been sitting there waiting for the rest of the world to catch up so they will all plug into it. And that's what I believe, that X402 will be integrated into this as well, the World Wide Web. You'll see. Stefan Thomas invented it, and Evan Schwartz in a white paper, 2015. It was titled A Protocol for Interledger Payments while working at Ripple Labs. So if you want to look up the paper, read it yourself or do a grok read on it. It's October 2015. It's titled A Protocol for Interledger Payments, and it was written by Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz. Go look that one up if you want. Now, the document described a communication protocol to enable interoperable payments by acting as a universal translator among different financial networks. That's what the XRP is. It's an international translator. This protocol right here, Interledger Protocol, is a translator. It helps every platform talk to each other. That's what the XRP ledger is. The Interledger Protocol was modeled after the Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, TCP/IP, okay, /IP. In 2015, the World Wide Web, who are they? Those are the people that own the internet. I think Clinton gave that to them. I'm not sure. Or maybe Clinton gave up the Panama Canal, or Clinton gave up something while he was on Epstein Island doing all his nasty shit with little kids. In 2015, the World Wide Web hosted the Interledger Payments Community Group. Members included Ripple Lab was there. Now, how is it? Ripple was a startup, right? Let me ask you something. Ripple was a startup. How the fuck does a startup, after like 1 or 2 years of being a startup, how did they already invent something that's going to revolutionize the whole entire world? Do you see, like, this is not normal? Ripple is not a company. It's a front for the government, okay? This is what, there's no fucking way. Ripple started in 2013 because we already have Ripple Latam. I'm the one who showed you that. Nobody else has a Ripple Latam. That's 2013. So in 2014, 15, they're hooking up with the World Wide Web. They're putting their Ripple protocol, Interledger protocol, into the World Wide. How the fuck do you do that? And it's been sitting there for 12 years. See, this don't make sense. None of that. That's how I know. None of this shit fucking makes any sense. Ripple comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden now they revolutionize the whole world payment system. They're a startup. You can't do that in 1 or 2 years. There's no fucking way, everybody. I'm sorry. No fucking way. How do you get the people See what I mean? To have the resource, the mental power, the experts, the people, there's no fucking way you can do that shit in 1 to 2 years. No fucking way. No. Let's continue. Oh, wait, we got to hit this.
Hey, you over there, don't bring that over here. That's bullshit.
Okay, well said. Who was there? Of course, Ripple, the World Wide Web, the National Association of Convenience Stores. Now, that's interesting. Like 7-Eleven and shit. The Federal Reserve Bank was there. Oh, shit. Are you serious? Yep. Right. Do you see this? I'm going to hit the bullshit meter again if I have to. American Express was right there from day one. Very interesting. The HTTP 402, it's known as payment required. It was a status code and it was plugged into the internet in 1997. And it remained largely unused due to global fragmentation in digital payment methods. So we all have to have ISO. Oh, now you see what's happening? We had to have ISO 20022 messaging standard. See, the world had digital payments, but it was like Visa was one, MasterCard's a digital payment, American Express is a digital payment. Then you got all these different okay, that shit, we all got to be on the same platform. The ISO platform. They're getting everything all set up with this X402 thing. Now they're throwing in AI to get it all working. On July 2016, the first payment using the Interledger protocol was transmitted between two different ledgers, the Bitcoin ledger on Bitstamp and the XRP ledger on GateHub. So in 2015, they gave this the World Wide Web, 2014-15, and they gave it to them, and they didn't make the first transaction until 2016. It went from Bitstamp to GateHub, and they made a transaction right there on two different ledgers. In 2017, the Bank of England, right here, the Bank of England knew about this from day one. You're going to tell me, oh, they didn't have nothing to do with Ripple. They just wanted to test it? Bullshit. I should hit the meter on that one. In July 2017, the Bank of England knows all about this. The World Crypto Platform, Interoperability City. They already knew exactly what's up, okay? The Bank of England carried out a successful test 2017. The test transaction synchronized payments between the central bank's real-time gross settlement system with a similar core system used by another central bank. They didn't want to talk about who that was. This test demonstrated that the Interledger protocol could reduce the time it takes to settle a large cross-border payment from 4 days to a few seconds. Oh, shit. And it could be used by non-cryptocurrency ledgers. And it could be used by non-cryptocurrency ledgers also. Oh, now what happened in 2017? Bill Gates is right here with Mojaloop hooking up Africa. In 2017, Bill and Melinda Gates released the Mojaloop, open source software for financial service providers in developing countries. Mojaloop implemented the Interledger protocol to provide interoperability between digital financial services like crypto and payment platforms. Think of Visa, MasterCard, American Express. For all the poor countries in the world. They've been hooking them up since 2017. In 2019, Coil, C-O-I-L, Coil Technologies, and Ripple established the Interledger Foundation. Oh, so Coil came. I remember the Coil project. What was Coil's job? To be a vendor-neutral forum for the continued development of the Interledger protocol. Oh, so Stefan Thomas made Interledger Protocol 2014. They gave it to the World Wide Web. A bunch of people tested it and shit. It works wonders. Then Coil comes in 4 or 5 years later to then add on to that project, the technology that they have. So it's kind of like they add something, somebody else adds something, somebody else, and it goes like all these government agencies. This is what's going on right here. Now, Coil works with Mozilla. The Mozilla Foundation. This is all government stuff. If you look up Mozilla, man, it's got like secret government connections and shit. Mozilla gave Coil $100 million. Right. That's the government, okay? Had to sneak the money into Mozilla, and who funneled it. Mozilla is like a front for the government. So the government gave, this is just my guess, the government gave Mozilla $100 million, and then it made it look like Mozilla is giving Coil, who's giving the Interledger Foundation, who Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas, who really work for Ripple, who's really the government. Telling you. Very, very interesting. They hooked up People's Clearinghouse in Mexico. You know, Bitso was a Ripple partner back in 2014. I showed you the other day. So, yeah, they got the crypto hooked up. I mean, I'm telling you, this all might go. Look, I'm telling you what. This all might go from zero to hero. I don't know. I mean, we're saying maybe when Ripple gets launched, it goes to $5 or $50. This shit might go to like $500 or $1,000 right away. What I'm showing you right here. I don't know how fast, like, we're bitching like, oh, the crypto prices are down. Now's the time to get this shit, man. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe this is the black swan we're in right now. You know, that story, that folktale of the black swan and all that shit. Who invented that? Where did all that shit come from? Maybe we're in it right now. Maybe this is, I mean, look at the economies. Look at the deficit in the United States. What? $60 trillion, $50 trillion or some shit. We are fucking broke. The whole world's ready to bust. I think we're in it right now. When it does bust, everybody, it's not going to last that long because you're going to have world wars and shit break. It's not going to, no. This will be a quick thing. Days, a day, or it might be a slowage where your bank some days can get you money and some day it's not going to be a long drawn out fucking apocalypse thing. No, this will be a very fast. Hey, some people don't have any money at all. They're living off government subsistence. They could die. If they don't have any money, they can't take the train. They can't go to work. They get fucking pissed off. They get a little piece of metal and they go do something. You know, like they can't. We're going to have a black swan. It's going to be Fast and the Furious, okay? From what I've been reading to you right here, what do you call a group of black swans? I have no idea. Exciting and mind-blowing times incoming. Right, Stuart. I'm reading off facts to you, and I'm throwing in some opinion with it. I don't know how all of it goes down. I don't even know who in the hell made up. Who's the person that made up the black swan and all that? Look, I don't know. That's just a bunch of people just started. I don't even know if that shit's real. Maybe this is the black swan. Maybe this is as bad as it gets. I don't know. A gaggle. We know from reading this, there's just like way too much like this, that story that I just read. There's no fucking way that's a real story. So there's a lot of secret shit with the Mozilla giving $100 million. Come on, man. There's no fucking way. All this stuff has been already planned. I showed you already. We are in times right now, as I'm talking to these $500 people on the phone, they're getting it. They're one dude just told me today, home equity line of credit. He's pulling a little something out because he already knows, like, this could get worse. But what if this is the worst? And it just kind of drags and drags. So he asked me today, I'm not going to tell you what the answer was. He asked me today, I got about 20 grand and he wants to dump it. Should I dump it now or should I dump it if there's a black swan and it gets bad? And the answer, I'm not going to tell you what I told him, but that's between him and me. But these people are ready. They know, like you can clearly see something's going on. The Commodity Future Trading Commission, they got the advisory team. I just read it this morning. Ripple's all in there. How the fuck is Ripple in? What does that mean? Why isn't Vitalik Buterin in there? Why isn't other cryptos in there? Why is it Chainlink and Ripple and the DTCC? That's a Canton network right there. Like we can see all this. The NASDAQ's in this. Why are these other crypto CEOs not there? There was like 2 or 3. That's it for the CFTC. Why isn't all these other ones there? I don't have the answer to it. I'm just asking the question. I think you know the answer on why none of these other cryptos were there. Now, maybe they're not commodities. Maybe is Ripple going to be a commodity? It's very possible. But again, it depends on how you wrap it up. I got a gold chain. You can buy gold by itself. Gold can actually be money if you mint it and put a thing. You can have a gold coin, so it could be money. I could have a gold fund. I got like 10 million. If I have $100 million, I could have it in a vault and then tokenize it. And then that gold would be like a security or something, right? Or a commodity. Like, it just depends on how you package it up. If I'm paying interest to people, then it can be like a security, that gold. So I don't know what XRP is going to be. We know it's a global currency right now, a bridge currency, but maybe it depends on how you wrap it up. It could be 2 or 3 different things. You never know. Anyhow, that'll be it for the PM show. I might have an AM. There's some good news out there. I might be able to pull an AM show. I normally don't work Sunday mornings or haven't for a while, but I think that'll be about it. And I'll see y'all in the next one.